Take us off too. Whoa.
Right. Morning.
Morning.
Okay, we're 4 or 5 seconds in. It's all right, but I seen the question about, or someone mentioned, Liz said TikTok banned Midas Touch. I didn't. I was checking that quick. I couldn't find it. I seen another Midas Touch, but it said 71. But videos are still up anyway.
Well, that just means they won't be on from then on. When TikTok banned you, did they take everything you ever put up down?
I don't know. I seen some of those traders got their accounts removed from the Russians for the indictment of the 2 Russians connected to Tenant Media in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone associated with that had their accounts removed from social media. Traders among us. You know, the Tim Pools and the Benny Johnsons. Fox News should be banned. They're always on the Russia propaganda network.
Well, that's okay.
But supposedly,
the reason they're doing it is because Midas Touch reaches too many young people. I just found somebody saying it's true. Out of DC, and he looks like someone official.
Jesus.
4 million emails. Oh, it had to do with demanding a ceasefire.
So Midas Touch demanded a ceasefire in Gaza, and they got their account banned.
It's like trying to read the rest of the history of the world with 3 cards. I don't know.
Karen read that indictment. She feels DOJ is sending a signal to potential traders. Well, they're already traders.
They're not potentials. There may be that the little guy that always wore the sort of skull cap. I saw a couple of his things. He's like, well, I thought it was coming from legitimate news organizations, along with $100,000 check. Let me tell you, Scott and I will tell you from the world of YouTube, if someone shows up with $100,000 check, you like looking for the strings all over it.
Yeah, I don't know about you. Every once in a while, I get emails from random, oh, we love your YouTube channel. We would like to join up with you to promote our products, whatever.
Nobody wants to promote their products with a fat little old white lady.
No. Every once in a while, and they'll say, "Oh, we'll help you put your our advertisement into your video, and we'll give you such and such amount of money." I deleted everything.
I can't even get rock stores to be interested in sponsoring me. I mean, I'm really doomed.
Bummer, that's not right.
No, I would rather survive on the goodwill of the strangers that wander into our chats. So.
Yeah, beautiful, well. Yeah.
But my numbers have grown.
That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So supposedly there's like 600 USA creators and politicians and news outlets that are on the watch list if they received overseas money to create content in that way. So they're all scared.
I saw a video about a group of they happened to be from Africa, but I don't know what their deal was. But they said there were 4 people that worked in this basement in London, and they said they were IT, and they had $1.5 million pounds flow through their business every week. And there's no electronics going in and out of the place. So I think they're laundering money.
Yeah. You think? Oops, I didn't want that up yet.
Okay.
There's an old saying, there's larceny in your heart. I haven't heard that one. Oh, yeah, there it is again. So yeah, the affidavit said there's 2,800 worldwide. Of course, Russia wants to, France and England and
Oh, yeah.
all democracies to go away.
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure I star. Yes, it is very disgusting. In Barbara Bush's memoirs, she stated, I don't know how any woman can vote for that man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good morning, Gigi. Morning, Hugger. Hugger, greater Teresa. Correct, Evelyn. There's no traitors. So, you want to talk quick about your live? Anything important with your live with Linda and?
Yeah, at the end of it, yeah, I was on with Linda and Sean and Andre yesterday. And why I'm there, I don't know, because Sean knows what I know. But it was just kind of a looking ahead, looking at the poll numbers. And Trump's locked at 43. He'll never get above that. He has some real potential for falling below that. And if you look historically at where presidents were since we started counting the world that way, he's kind of smoked. But that does not mean you cannot go vote. You still have to go vote, because it's only if the number above 43 shows up and votes against him. But at the end of the reading, we had talked about what was going to happen in the debate, but Linda and I, neither of us threw any cards during the reading. So afterwards, just for us, I threw some cards. And these are my bunny cards. And I said, that just the total outcome of the debate. It was 10 of swords in the back, dead, dead, dead. 10 of pentacles reversed. And for me, 10 of pentacles reversed does not necessarily mean the money's going away, but there will be value gained there. But then it has the 10 of rods reversed. So it's over. I mean, by the end of this debate, people are going to understand where this race is. And a lot of the defensiveness is going to be able to go away. And that's the 9 of wands. And this is the outcome. And I took this as Kamala's, because I think we can all recognize who that dead bunny is. So that's Kamala looking. So I think after the debate, it's going to clear the air about a lot of things. And you realize now we are truly into when Republicans lose their crap. And they will dig up anything. They will talk to the trash man that used to take Kamala's trash out for weird items in it. I mean, they'll stop at nothing, because I know how they work in this state. And this is going to be a full court press. And when they get into these modes, it almost threatens my sanity. Like, could that even happen? Really? So, yeah. But it was a nice time. Andre he sees great planets for Kamala on that day. And Trump's in a lot of trouble. And he said Trump would, and I asked him this because I'd kind of seen it. I'm not an astrologer. Don't even play one on TV. But I thought his stars looked better if he got sentenced in September. When they moved it to December, that's when I see his whole world really falling apart. So moving it to December may have seemed like, it gave him a few more months to think he wasn't going to go. But it's actually making the stars much worse. So.
Oh, good. That was one of I put on the banner, or gonna have on for the banner, about the movement. So I grabbed 6 cards while you were talking about
debates. Mm-hmm.
So Kamala comes in here as the Queen of Wands.
Yes.
Judgment,
Mm-hmm.
Justice, Nine of Wands,
Mm-hmm.
Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords.
Is that Trump
Yes.
in the last three?
Because I asked about mainly Trump at the debate.
And I'll tell you a quick thing. I learned it years ago. But there's 3 tens in a 5-card reading in what I laid out. And there's 72 cards in the deck, 72, 78. And there's only 5 tens, and 3 of them showed up in a 5-card reading. That means it's the end of something. And to me, it's the end. The way it laid out, it's the end of lies.
Yeah.
Especially with the out card.
Justice.
Right.
Kamala's going to bring judgment, justice. There's going to be anxiety by the former guy, and he's going to get crushed with that Ten of Swords.
That's a pretty deck. What is that deck? Ooh. Oh, yeah, it's Marchetti. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is. I keep forgetting names.
He's got a ton of decks, and they're all very elegant. So, where do we go next?
Another look at that you just mentioned. So now he gets sentenced. Got pushed back to the 26th of November.
Mm-hmm.
Sentenced in Manhattan. Numerology is a 9 there for CC saying.
That's the end of a cycle. You're right, CC. That's the end of the line. Then you go back to ones, and I don't see how Trump could begin anything at this point. All he's doing is hanging on with his fat little fingers.
So what's the cards say about the change? Good or bad? You think it's good from what you've seen for astrology.
No, it's bad for him. It's for
no. I mean, good for us. Good for
okay.
democracy.
Overall, for all of us, we're going into this is really Pluto's last foray into Capricorn. It's the last of digging out the ultimate corruption and bringing it to our face. It's like the day that Pluto went back into Capricorn is the day that the DOJ had its thing where it presented all the ways Russia's trying to use our social media, including the presenters. Now, Scott and I obviously are not on the pay of the Russian oligarchs. But there are readers who are, and I'll see them every once in a while, and I'll watch what they're reading, and I'm going, we all have a right to our own consciousness, and I guess I like the guy who was whining. I actually heard the thing where he said, well, I was following what I thought were legitimate news sources, and the fact it came with $100,000 a week check, I just thought that's how we got paid. I mean, what world does this man live in?
Right. I don't believe you.
They miss Scott and I. If there's anyone out there watching this that has a $100,000 check you'd like to send to us, we'll still read our cards our way, but what's going on?
I was just tossing on the change. Knight of Swords. Oh, I mean, I gotta think of it a different way as far as what I was tossing here, because it's a universal change and shift of direction. You know?
Right. There's a lot of white light pouring in.
And that's what the cards are showing. It's actually a positive. Because I was looking and thinking of, where's my negative cards? Or whatever,
I can lay 5 cards on the 1126. I'll do that. And I'll lay my bunny cards because
I'm just going to go with my outcome, which is the Hierophant, the 9 of Coins, the 10 of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. That just tells me is that the change brings balance to the system, brings balance to the Hierophant, which is the order, the high establishment. 10 of Wands is your your endings, but it's those burdens, but the energy is consistent with that Knight of Wands.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it brings the energy in balance, because let's say, but it also puts Rashawn in a conundrum. So let's say, because everything changes with the outcome of the election. Let's
Mm-hmm.
say for some, when Kamala wins,
Mm-hmm.
he's going to be free and clear to do what he wants. No big deal. But what if he wins
I think
he
he's
wins by 2 votes in 4 states, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the electoral college, and then he's got to sentence a president, right?
Well, then it'll be thrown out anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Not in a state court.
Okay.
But anyway,
Oh,
the energy is all good flowing because of this change. The current energy is the Empress, the 2 of Wands, and the Page of Cups.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, I got basically all cups. My first card is the I'm out of here card, the 8 of Cups. This is on his sentencing day. That a lot of people are going to be happy and think that it was a happy and proper agreement. He's going to appeal it all and try to fight it, but it's going to be useless. They're actually going to offer him something so that he maybe won't want to appeal it and drag it out. But at the end, he's got the 5 of Cups. He's lost.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Rose Blue said it takes away the appeal before the election.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was important. Actually, some people think that's maybe why he moved it, was because if they ruled in September, if they fast footed it up, they could have gotten it up to the Supreme Court and had it overturned before the election. By them agreeing to wait and have the sentencing after, they don't have a chance to have our current incredibly not corrupt Supreme Court not turn it over.
Trump asked me for a donation. I took him to get a job at Mickey D's.
Also, if they send you those donation things and they're in a prepaid envelope where you don't have to put a stamp on it, fill it up with junk mail, nothing that has your name on it, and mail it back to them because they have to pay the postage on that. That's a nasty campaign trick.
I got something a long time ago in May, and it was, Patriot, mail us your donations, here's your envelopes for June and July.
Mm-hmm.
There was no prepaid.
Mm-hmm.
You had to put a stamp on it, but I created a print off,
Mm-hmm.
and it was, I had the symbol of Monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
Do not collect $200 and go to jail.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I said something about, you're traitors and whatever, I would never give you grifters any money, whatever it was. But I didn't put my name to it.
No.
Didn't have a return, but I sent one in June, and I sent another one in July.
Just to make sure. Whatever keeps you going in your head.
So it made me feel good anyway. Because they had to open it up and see the same thing twice, and it's like, well, that ain't money.
2 more discouraged workers.
It was some organization. I think it was in Arkansas. Some pact or whatever. You're getting money for Trump, but it was in the either Arkansas or Oklahoma or something like that, where the mailing address was. Send them Trump bucks. Yeah, every once in a while we get postcards from the Republicans. Not very often, but we just do a gag and throw it away.
You're not 65. Once you're 65, they write you. and they tell you you're old, and they're going to take your Social Security. They don't say that. They say they're going to streamline it.
Okay.
But these are the people that were stupid enough to write all that stuff into 2025 where everyone could read it. So,
yeah, we've heard rumblings that the Orange Menace wants to tell the GOP delay the budget, shut down the government, hurt Harris. Let's see.
okay, we're going to put serious cards on this one. Bunnies don't cook at the federal budget.
Yeah, cool, Aunt. We've seen all that talk. Ron Johnson of Wisconsin said the same thing about Social Security and Medicare. They've talked about it forever. Ooh, we got to cut Social Security and Medicare.
Mm-hmm.
We got cut
And we need to eliminate retirement payments for federal workers like congressmen and senators.
Yeah, they shouldn't get their pay either.
Nope.
Let's raise their retirement. You got to be in Congress over 10 years at least.
They're going to get a delay. They're going to get that thing where they do a 3-month budget resolution.
Oh, a quick resolution.
Yeah, they don't want to move the night forward, but they're really pressured to do it. I get a feeling this is the party's over almost for them. Someone in their party says if we want to have anything left at the end of this, we cannot bankrupt the country right now. And I see the easing of the emotionalism, but it's not a long-term fix. And I'm saying 3 because the 3 of Rods is there. I think it'll be a 3-month extension.
I didn't get a 3, but yeah, that in the past possession I am getting, they want to. The 5 of Swords in the middle is that battling card, so they want to ruin the harmony.
Mm-hmm.
That's in the past. But moving forward, I don't see them doing it.
Mm-mm.
Knight of Cups, Magician, Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is usually my United States card.
Mm-hmm.
The Mother, the healing.
Mm-hmm.
Magician, doing things. Knight of Cups is another loving proposal, getting things done. And then the Sun, the Moon, and the Ace of Swords in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't tell me they're going to shut it down. The Moon could be secret dealings you're talking about behind. It could be, short-term thing too, like you said.
Mm-hmm. Well, they have to come up with a short-term budget thing in between. They got to have the money allowed there, or we don't have a military,
On the bottom, I had the old Page of Wands, that old talking point.
It's people working to create something new. So I think the Republicans can see, well, with the Cheneys and all them falling apart, anybody who's not in totally, absolutely Marjorie Taylor Greene nuts has to see the handwriting on the wall.
Oh, I know, right, Helene? Wasn't there back in the day we were borrowed from the Social Security or something I heard about?
Yeah, that started under Reagan. They started borrowing from Social Security, and they've never paid it back. And that's part of why if they had left it alone, we'd have Social Security money till my grandchildren were collecting it.
Oh, remember last week we read about Hungary?
Mm-hmm.
We were on point. They allowed Russian visas free in Hungary. Hungary part of the zone. UA presidency. Whatever. Don't do it now. I would not do anything for a dictator country right now.
And if I were Hungary, I'd be waiting for all the Russians to pour in when that all falls apart.
you ever see the article? How bad climate change is affecting Southern Africa?
Oh God, yes.
They're completely out of water.
Mm-hmm.
They're digging as much as they can down just to get a bucket of water. The rivers dried up, all their crops dried up, they're starving. Just horrific, and there's nothing you can do except remove them to a warmer or a water-filled place.
And there aren't any. The hope for Africa really is those systems that desalinate. And there's a group that's really invented one that works. They showed it on Sorted Foods, because Sorted Foods does a whole lot of. Thank you, Rose. Does a whole lot with sustainable living, and they have raised funds independently to create 3 million of these machines, and they'll make enough water for a family to have to drink by desalinating it. Part of the problem of the ground getting so dry is the same problem they had in India when they finally dug the wells. The land in India has got a lot of arsenic in it, and it would concentrate the arsenic. So there's all kinds of problems if you don't have water. And I live in a state that keeps hoping those aquifers, wherever they do come from, keep running, because that's what keeps us going.
The grifters are talking about creating a cryptocurrency.
If the second the grifters' names came up, I'd run for the door. Shall we see if it'll work?
Yeah.
I'm going to read the bunnies for the boys.
Well, you gotta assume it's gonna do as well as True Social.
I love Stephanie Rule. She gets on every other day and tells how bad that stock's gotten. And explains
It's around
why it should not exist.
It's around $16 right now. 16 or 17. Hello, Vicky. Okay. Cryptocurrency gig with the Trumps campaign.
What I get is they can't get the partners for it. The money in back of it. They have people who want to work on it, but they can't even agree among themselves on how to get it to work. And then they can't get the people in. They're very, very defensive about it once people start really asking about it, and they never get it going. They got the Two of Swords. They never get anywhere with it.
Yeah, I got a death card in the end. I think there's got to be vetting into this startup production, because I see like investigations or financing. Because I got the Eight of Coins, Knight of Swords, and the King of Wands. That makes me feel like there's got to be an investigation, into the financing and how the startup's going to go and all that plugging. And then I get it's restricted.
Yeah, and since
so any offer or
right
agency, whatever, with the Eight of Swords, it's restricted of getting started, and then it's a death before it even gets going.
Right. I think it's just going to sit there. But ever since the guy who couldn't find a barbershop got totally arrested and thrown in jail for cryptocurrency, they're a little closer to watching what's going on with it. Still don't understand it.
I don't understand it either, but the feds and everyone involved is getting a lot tighter on these types of platforms, with that other guy going to prison and finding all these people that are have stole from those coin banks or whatever. So they aren't just handing out. I don't think they're going to hand out a new cryptocurrency.
No. Especially their name is not going to sell it well.
No, I think their name is mud in the financial world. So anyone of decency isn't going to do anything. And it would just be another prop to get them quick money or something.
But Barron's gone to NYU. God bless that poor child.
GOP after the election.
I'm using my weird cat tarot.
Oh, I grabbed my cat tarot.
Oh, goody. There's all kinds of kitties and bunnies in this.
What will happen to the Republican Party after this election? What will happen to the Republican Party?
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Okay.
You go ahead. You ready?
Yeah, I have the Ace of Wands reversed, which means at first nothing, and then they're just not going to know how to put back together because they're going to have to figure out what to do. Then what's going to happen is the old guard, like the Cheneys and the folks who've abandoned this, are going to show up and say, we can help you create a new, just way to run things. And it's going to be a younger male who we don't know from MAGA at all, who managed to, maybe it almost feels like a Kinzinger kind of guy, is going to come in and help them reform. And on the bottom of the deck was the devil. They have to deal with the devil that they let be created. And I also wonder how much of what's going to happen to the GOP after the election will have to do with how much of what, Jack Smith's about to let loose out of the January 6th hearings.
Yeah. I got there already in a death spiral.
Oh, yeah.
That's in the past position. So they've been doing, ever since they lashed themselves to 45, they've been on the world. So that culmination, that change coming into a death.
Mm-hmm.
Here. The kitty death card.
Mm-hmm.
In the current, they're struggling for money. I think they're moving money.
He's stealing it.
Money, whatever. They also have a Queen of Swords upon them, which could be a lawyer, Lady Justice kind of feeling. And then it's next to the Four of Pentacles, holding on to everything they got. Moving forward, Eight of Swords. They're trapped. They're restricted. They're having issues, and their party is going down with the Fool. Eight of Swords, Four of Wands, Fool. That's moving forward situation. They're stuck. They're trapped. In the end, Hermit. They're going to have to readjust, reevaluate. Knight of Cups, find a new savior. Knight of Wands, change energy. And Knight of Pentacles. 3 knights and a hermit. They're going to have to go youth.
So much change, so much movement.
There's a lot of change and movement.
What's happened in Michigan to the Republican Party? Because isn't it split in half? They've got MAGA half that says they're the party and the other ones that say they're the party.
And then they get him removed. Yeah, they have the cops come and remove one of them, whatever. That wasn't in charge and said she was.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're going to have to kick out all the old guard of the Republicans and
Mm-hmm.
go youthful. Like you said, maybe a Adam Kinzinger type.
Mm-hmm. There are a bunch that walked away after the last election. I mean, didn't even run. They're sitting out there doing something.
Karen remembers. Crazy lady won't concede and she got removed. Oh, the MAGA party. CC. I think 45 was trying to trade the stock for crypto to hide assets. Well, he doesn't have the stock yet. Whatever's left of his failing site.
Mm-hmm. Maybe one of these Sundays we need to look at the senators that are running.
You don't mind me saying, without using your cards, what do you both of you think about November 6th and why? That's election day?
It's the 5th. Let me check Ian because I vote early. So
I can't remember the date. I didn't.
it's November 5th. He's saying, what do we feel the world's going to be like the day after the election?
Okay. Well,
I know I'll be waking up and cheering and smiling and feeling light all around me. So,
okay. What do you both think about November 6th?
Ian, I guess the only thing I can tell you is when I worked with Obama, everybody else was crying and sobbing and totally collapsed because apparently they all thought he could lose, and I never felt like he could lose. I don't feel like Kamala can lose. And the more I see him sink, the more it's a tragedy for our country that he was ever a part of us. So,
Well, now he says, sorry, November 5th. I was concentrating on November 6th, and even though it feels settled, I think
they're going to fight it.
Yeah, I think there's still chaos. I don't think it's going to calm down till like the 8th. Because there's going to be like uproars and it's all rigged and that MAGA explosion. So for some reason I'm getting like 3 days of like, are you kidding me? Kamala won.
That's what happened last time. Biden, they were pretty sure Biden had won, but they didn't really declare it until a Saturday. Do you remember the Saturday when everybody streamed out in the streets and cheered, and then the next week the women marched in Washington and filled the place? I mean, it may be, I don't know if you've ever seen the Carter-Reagan map, but it may look like that map.
Where Reagan took everything all except for 2 states.
Except Georgia and Minnesota, where the two candidates came from. Yeah, I had that graphic. I sent it to Linda G because she wanted to see it because she didn't remember it was that stark. It was that stark. It could be that stark this time.
Thank you, Ian. Thanks for the donation.
Thank you, Ian. We take dollars, pounds, whatever.
You remember Virginia Fox? The lady that was yelled at or made ridicule because she told reporters to shut up.
Oh, the old woman with the gray hair.
Yeah, gray hair, glasses.
Yeah, the one that makes me ashamed of my entire generation. Yes. I know.
Steve was wondering about her election in November.
I don't think I think even as crazy as they were, she was not part of the planning of January 6th. So I think that's the only way they could get her.
Yeah, that's why I just asked about her election chances. She's obviously in a Republican district from Virginia.
I'm going to see if she's going to win because I have a funny feeling that may not be the truth.
Virginia Fox winning her seat in November.
Mm-hmm. I can't tell you how much fun it was working the Psychics for Democracy. That was a great fun.
Oh, I couldn't find it. I was a little busy, but I looked for it, and it must have been only on that channel.
Well, since it was 24 hours, they've had to break it into 2-hour chunks, so it's going to come out slowly. But the best thing they did will be in the shorts. Irish Granny asked Deborah to channel in various people from the Revolutionary War from that era. It's fascinating. That was really interesting. Much more fun than we are.
She's got her own karma coming at her, but for some reason I get a victory in the end for her.
I gotta know she's moving on to someplace else.
No good.
She didn't get the money she expected to get, the support she expected to get, and one of her main supporters has kind of pulled back, and she doesn't have the strength that she was running on, and she's going on to a better place. And quite honestly, she'd rather move on. She'd like to get the hell out of there, as much as she says she loves it.
I do have collapse of support.
Mm-hmm.
The Ten of Swords. The universal support next to Magician is in a Ten of Swords.
Right.
So she doesn't have the support, but my end cards come up with that Six of Wands, that victory. So maybe her being the incumbent, they just vote incumbent.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I'm wrong. I'd like to see her go away.
The D's are pouring money down ballot.
I guess it depends how red her district is, where the money goes. But I haven't looked at it. It'd be easier if I read about her and what's going on.
Right.
But I do have a Ten of Swords upon her in the current.
Well, I got the Six of Swords. I'm out of here. I'm moving on to smoother waters. So
I hope I'm wrong with that card throw. Liz wants to know about Gloria again. I'll grab 6. Yeah, I've seen the Harris campaign money has been distributed down ballot in certain areas to help out, which is a smart thing to do.
Well, we've got 15 rural campaign offices in Pennsylvania. Trump has 2.
Well, there's a three times fund advantage in August.
I know. That's just August. And most of the campaign donations are under $200, which means many of them could pay again. So you could see that kind of outpouring again. Trump's money came from big bucks, and they can give, well, theoretically, can give once.
Gloria Johnson against Gloria Johnson winning in.
We use bunny cards.
RNC's using trickle down economics.
Yeah, they're learning. That's how it works.
I love it. It's not over till the cat lady sings, but let's see here. She's the right person to run.
It's still in the works whether she's going to win or not.
She's getting necessary funding. What does this mean? Strange combo. I got moving forward the King of Cups, the Tower, and the Empress.
Like I said, it's a mixed bag right now.
Yeah, it is mixed yet. We got the King of Cups, gentleness, leadership, but something happens drastically with the Tower, and then the Empress. So this card says under the Empress, delays prove necessary. And then the ending right now.
Okay.
9 of Cups is a celebration. Knight of Swords is charging energy. 5 of Pentacles delays, maybe not enough money coming in. And then the Emperor.
Yeah.
Stability. So I can't call it right now.
Right. I saw she had money problems at the beginning, but then she's forging her own way, and it's really turning out better. Now the problem becomes the Ace of Swords reversed, which can mean things not charging forward with justice. But she's the Queen of Wands, and I would see her as Queen of Wands. That's a yes. And the Page of Pentacles, a yes. So I decided I needed to modify the swords, because that sword can either mean she was, if it's right side up, it can mean she's stuck in one place. Upside down, it can mean it's moving forward. And when I asked about it, I got the 7 of Cups. It's somewhat elusive what's happening right now. But I see her at the end with the 2 of Wands looking forward and not having to be defensive anymore. But I think overall, it's not a clear call to me. But I think she's changing it right now.
Yeah, I think I remember last time we read it, I was saying, it's a toss-up, but she's got to get out there, and get to the rural areas to make a change, the whole door knocking thing. On the bottom, I do have a celebration here. Toasting cups. So that is the net bottom energy. But universally, there's no way to tell right now whether she can. A lot of these races like that in red states are toss-ups, and it's like it can all change with meeting the right group of people and changing minds.
Wasn't it yesterday that people were being randomly shot on a highway in Tennessee? And guns is her thing. I mean, her getting guns reined in. And after the school shooting in Georgia.
Yeah, from what I read, that guy bought the weapon in 2,000 rounds that day. And when
Dad gave him the money. I'm so glad they arrested his father. I can't see straight. Parents who let their kids have guns like that. And if you're a parent watching this show and you let your kids have guns like that, what the hell are you doing here?
Oh yeah, Monica said it was in Kentucky, not
Oh, in Kentucky, not Tennessee. Okay, we're doing Amy Coney.
Is someone on your channel that can mute that liquidated?
Seems
to be on the wrong side of history.
Sharon, can you find, is that what their name is?
The liquidated, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen that, Debbie. Even my military friend in a Facebook post doesn't seem to care. You really want an economic depression liquidated. That's pretty bad take.
Mhm.
Amy Coney Barrett, going to continue to vote like a real Supreme Court justice. Okay, the future of Amy Coney Barrett voting.
Not looking good. I get no because she doesn't want to be an outcast. But I don't think Amy Coney's going to have to make that decision.
The future of Amy Coney Barrett voting. I kind of get the sense center right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's, if you want to say MAGA, or she still generally feels like the center, the conservative side.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what the cards say. Oh, I do get a little guilt.
I get that she really wants to be better.
She's stuck. She's stuck with her values or being part of the crew until it changes. Unless there's a change coming later, she's still frustrated and stuck within her conservative court.
Mm-hmm.
She's not going to break free.
Because she gets very, well, guys, she grew, her college years were spent in a sort of a commune full of women who think they're subservient. So,
Yeah. But that's the first card that came out, is that she does have some regrets, but
mm-hmm.
on the deck is Four of Pentacles. She's still holding on to her values, but she is heartbroken. It could be I mean, it does feel like she does have a heart, because I think the voting on the Roe v. Wade kind of hit hard.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, she's a woman, and I think she's seeing and hearing these stories of how it turned backwards.
Mm-hmm.
But she's still staying on that conservative side. So as far
Well,
as
the thing about,
no, I don't see it.
the thing about abortion is is coming out of the Catholic Church point of view on that, and that's fine. Catholic Church people, there, I'm not telling you to go have one. Just leave other people alone. Mind your own damn business.
Well, I wouldn't like Clarence Thomas either. When, I mean, she's not dumb. They see the reports of how much money they've taken.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and as far as we know, she hasn't taken those trips and bribes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it pisses her off, but she's still staying to her values, or what she believes. What do you mean that Amy Coney Barrett won't have to make that decision about being an outcast?
Because the court's going to change.
Yeah, the court will change. It's going to change, but until that change happens,
She's an outcast.
she's going to stay, you know, with the conservative side
Mm-hmm.
until, you know, hopefully Clarence gets the boot, Jenny gets indicted like we feel. That kind of thing happens, and there's a change on the court to the better. She's going to stay in line.
I'm getting rid of liquidated.
Yeah, you do it. Because there isn't any...
I got rid of his Gaza crap, and I mean, that is a mess, and it's the people in charge that are the responsible on both sides. I just liquidated.
There you go. There must not have been any moderators on your side there to take care of
Well, Sharon's in here, but
it. Depends on what channel she's in.
yeah, he must have come over. I've never seen him before. He must have come over. I got 40 new people from yesterday, so I probably picked up trolls. I never have trolls from your channel, and I never have trolls from my channel.
I haven't had a troll in a long time. Okay. Sean Hannity's future. After the GOP goes down.
Okay.
We could... Did you hear that Latchin? Is it Lat? Or one of the Murdoch boys has said that he's voting for Kamala.
Yeah.
Not Latchin, but the other one, James Murdoch, I think.
Yeah, I don't. I don't read the scandal sheet, so I don't read that.
Sensible one.
Well, their mother's suing him suing Murdoch because he wanted to rewrite the way they set up the trust, but he can't do it without her because she was part of when it was formed. He wanted to write out the other two kids who aren't his kind of conservative. So
you want to just take, well, the nightly Fox News is all the same.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just concentrate on nightly Fox News. So we're kind of talking the Hannity, Waters, Pirro.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of.
But Hannity's been tied to the hip to Trump way back when he was president. So
Okay. Quickly, Cece said James Murdoch is one of the 88 corporate leaders that signed on to the backing Harris White House bid. Thank you. I knew it was something like that.
oh. Well, Hannity wants to be the king of wands, but he also kind of wants to get out of it. That's 10 of wands. That's dumping it. He sees himself in a position right now where he has to scramble to try to bring his things together, but his out cards are not looking good. He's got justice reversed with the devil reversed. So I'd say Hannity can kind of see the handwriting on the water.
Go and do some things, they say. Oh, weird. I didn't get the negative cards I was hoping for to make it easier. On the bottom of the deck, energy, I do have, he's going to have a tower.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a failure of some sorts. Wheel of Fortune, King of Coins, Page of Wands. The funding or whatever is going to change his karma and his luck.
Mm-hmm.
He's still going to be some kind of speaker. You know, he's still got a podcast.
Well,
but the funding is going to change, or there's a new. I think there's going to have to be a shift in Fox News. Because I'm not.
We can ask if Fox News is going to change.
Well, that was what I was thinking. I was asking, not Hannity alone. I was asking the Fox News nightly crew.
Okay.
And I'm getting a change in funding eventually. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, they're going to lose money. They're coming out as being liars. But their resources and, you know, maybe that Murdoch that's still involved or whatever, Fox News for the good at some point.
You would have thought losing however many close to $1 billion they lost would have done.
Well, Smartmatic's still got 2.1 billion on the books going after. But I got they're going to change it. They're going to have to change eventually.
They're going to change because they got the 8 of Swords. They don't want to feel trapped. But they're going to hide. It's going to take a while. They're going to hide in the 4 of Swords. But then their current is they're having a real hard time getting along with other people and working it out. And I asked if it was going to change. And it's going to change to the 6 of Swords. And then it's because it's going to be seeking temperance.
Yeah, they're going to have to change moderation.
Mm-hmm.
When the Dems take all 3 and MAGA gets exploded, the outrage is going to be bad. Oh, but.
Listen, when Janine, whatever the one that's name starts with P, the one who sounds like she's drunk Piro. When
Janine,
she says
she
can't believe what Jesse Waters said about Kamala. When she takes off after him, I mean, it got through her fog.
You can't spend the money where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
Ann says. Oh, Clarence. I hope you're doing well, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
God, do you hear anything about your Paxton again?
No, he's not going to get it, but Ken Pax is in so much trouble. Apparently, 2 weeks ago, they raided some senior LULAC houses, LULAC leaders, which is the largest Latin American organization, and they did it within a week of when LULAC, for the first time ever, endorsed a presidential candidate. They endorsed Harris, and they went in, they broke in their houses, they took information, material, they took buccal swabs. They told them they had to do it. You can't take someone's buccal swab unless they're in custody. You can't just walk up to people on the street and take them. And there's no warrant that a judge can issue without them showing cause. So, and one of the women was 87 years old, and she had to be hospitalized from the stress. And now they're trying to they've tried to block the Democratic Party from sending out the information on how to register to vote to all the people in Bexar County. Looks like Bexar, but it's Bexar. In Bexar County that are not registered. And that's sort of a little free speech issue there. He's trying to block that. So, yeah, he's just running around like a maniac. If Harris wins, all the lawsuits that have been put on hold forever about Paxton are going to get unleashed. And then by Ken, by Angela, his wife, all his cronies, all the people who were supposed to be indicted, that were indicted when he was supposed to be, they're all sitting in prison. Think about it. That's my attorney general in my home state.
Do you hear about that?
No.
The Satan is going around and pressuring people that they actually signed the abortion petition to go on the ballot. When it's already been settled, somehow he's trying to get that off the ballot.
He's just trying to prove I'm a bigger Nazi than you are. He should walk with him in his white go-go boots.
They sure seem to be all on the same path. Let's read on those 3 as a collective.
Okay, you want to read a row for each, or read them all together?
Basic question is the downfall tied together?
Okay.
We all seem to be on the same path. I didn't think of Netanyahu, but I always thought 45 and Putin's path were tied together,
Yeah.
going down. But is Bibi included on the downfall with those three? You know, things always happen in threes, right? $45, Bibi Netanyahu and Putin.
I don't get that they're completely tied together. And I see them falling apart within short order of each other because they all think they're the king of cups. They all think they're running everything. But they don't have the strength. They don't have the backing of their own people. And they ultimately don't have the knowledge or the resources to keep going. But each one of them keeps their own counsel. So what I kind of get is, yeah, they could go, but it's not going to be like on the same Tuesday. But the same set of change in world situations is going to affect them.
I am getting they had a soul contract together. Wheel of Fortune, 10 of coins, and 10 of cups. Wheel of Fortune is your soul's destiny. Things happen, karma, and everything. 10 of coins is always kind of like your DNA, family, resourceful. 10 of cups is all on the family. And the bottom is 3 of coins, and that's all my contract card. So I think they are tied together. Moving forward, 5 of coins, the world, and 10 of swords. Losing it all in front of the world. That's 10 of swords and ending. That is crazy. There is a tie together.
But I also get is there's an ace of wands. It's all towards a new beginning.
Final cards, the Hermit, Death, 4 of coins, and 9 of wands. The Hermit, contemplation, being locked up, Man of Swords. 4 of coins is being locked up of sorts. Holding on. Death is death. An ending. It can reborn anew. And 9 of wands in the Lord of the Rings deck, it says betrayal of Gandalf. Maintaining the defenses against the powers of those above. So I think there is a connection. Sure feels that way. Especially in the moving forward part. 5 of coins, the world, and 10 of swords.
Yeah.
That's a destructive ending. And the world will see it. And somehow the Ukraine war is still ongoing, and Ukraine is winning, but they need more help. And Bibi's trying to hold on, but so let's pray November. Well, actually, a lot of 10 cards are October, but in November, everything comes to a halt, and those 3 see their light, see their justice. Putin is a string that unravels them.
Well, he was the money.
He's the top oligarch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did we read on that? Oh, we did. I created a banner. But yeah.
Okay.
Glad we read on that one then. Right-wing chatter. 45 admitted he lost the election.
Yeah.
Like maybe not vote, but all Fuentes was not happy. So yeah, right-wing chatter. 45 admitted. I don't know if it was an interview with Hannity or whoever.
No, it was some guy whose face I didn't recognize.
It was obviously not Lawrence O'Donnell. So
Yeah.
the effect on MAGA, admitting Trump. Whoa.
I'd be upset if I was sitting in jail and he said, "Yeah, the whole time I was telling you to do that." I knew it wasn't true.
I'm sure the J6ers got the word.
Mm-hmm.
Energy of the hangman. So yeah, we did it for you kind of feeling.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel like a real turn of the tides because he says a lot of nonsense things.
Mm-hmm.
There's a small group with the 8 of swords, 4 of coins, 10 of swords, and page of cups. It feels like, you win. You're going to give us a pardon. It doesn't going to matter.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a small group that is affected, but overall, I feel like it's still flatlined. MAGA is going to be MAGA. So yeah,
Well,
8 of swords, 4 of coins, 10 of swords. You hold us, but you get the pardon, it'll be all right.
Right. I think they're realizing that's a bad thing that's happened. And they're getting their defenses up. They're getting ready for the change. But they haven't changed yet. But when they do change, they're going to realize that they need to head towards what works and not what doesn't. Because the outcard for the statement is the world. And more people are going to realize what really happened. But right now, no, they're in a very confused state.
Yeah, they're confused, but the joke's on you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like once you realize everything, this feels like that 2020 vote. 9 of coins, Hierophant, and 6 of cups.
Right.
Voting for the government, 6 of cups is what happened. But this card talks about the joke's on you.
Mm-hmm.
About the past. Pippin and Mary relax and joke after the fall of Orthane. So it's like in this card, it's talking about joking about the fall of 45. The joke's on you.
Right.
You did it. for a con man. Eventually, they'll figure it out. But in the current, I don't really think it affects much. My guide showed me a flat line.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's sunk into them yet. I don't think until that. I mean, he says so many things that flip flop. Is he going to vote for the abortion thing in Florida? Is he not going to vote for the abortion? I mean, it's just every issue. He's a man who can stand on all sides of every issue, which is weak.
Very weak. Update. Okay. Joe put multiple questions in here. Let's see what we want to pick out. DC Fed case, Judge Kutkin. J6 case, many questions. Mini trial in September. Judge knows it's headed to appeal. I don't think we really have to worry about that. It's going to be, she already laid out for hearings, or I mean, not hearings, but.
And the documents that are going to be submitted are public record, which means that when he says, I'm going to start saying what people said under oath, and he starts putting it out there. If I were scared about anything, if I was on Trump's side of the world, that would be it, that stuff. And I think that's part of why some of these Republicans are coming out and saying they would vote for Kamala. Sort of their last chance to try and get some respectability, like Bolton and all them. Although why anybody would give Bolton the time of day.
Yeah, she's got it all laid out. Any hearing or whatever wouldn't happen until late October. Because there's things back and forth that are going to happen. So I wouldn't really worry about that until probably mid-October for another 6 weeks. Because there's just hearings back and forth, and then maybe something will happen in mid-October or whatnot. And another one, please read on Jack Smith's filing with 11th Circuit to reverse canon. Okay. 11th Circuit. Let's go with that.
I'm going to see if they're going to overturn and throw it back. That work?
Sure.
Okay.
I forgot when I don't think I've actually looked as far as deadlines and when this.
He's already submitted his stuff.
Yeah, I've seen that, but
so it depends.
I don't know when they were talking about it or gonna be.
I don't think I know. I'm just saying, will they reverse canon and send it back?
What's the 11th Circuit gonna do? What's the 11th Circuit gonna do?
I'm asking if it's going to send them back, so I have a clear yes, no. My answer I got is they don't know. No, really, because all the rest of them are people in confusion, and the Knight of Pentacles not moving forward. So I think they're confused about what precedents to lock it on.
Well, they're not in any hurry.
No.
Oops. Card went flying. Okay. Temperance, 4 of Cups is the energy. They aren't in any hurry.
No.
It won't get, nothing would ever. It kind of gets the feeling of what Michonne did.
Mm-hmm.
Wait till after the election. It's not going to get settled or go to trial anytime soon.
The Supreme Court justice that's over the 11th Circuit is Clarence Thomas.
It's Clarence Thomas. Of course. Overall energy of this, I think they know. The Devil, Three of Swords, Queen of Cups. What's been done in this case is not good. The Devil, he stole documents. It should have been already gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I would not see them throwing out the case per se. Choices, Temperance, Ace of Cups. I think they would do the right thing, but they're in no hurry to do it. Two of Swords, there's your choices of which way to go. But Ace of Cups is showing me they're going to do the right thing. Moving forward, Two of Coins, looking at the information from both sides. The Fool and Ten of Pentacles. Sure feels like they would end up kicking her off.
I think that may be part of the deal is they want to wait till.
I think they're waiting until.
Mm-hmm.
In the end, Six of Swords, making things better. King of Swords, a strong ruling. Ace of Swords, the truth. And Eight of Cups. Cannon's gone and it starts over. That's my prediction. But they're not going to do it until after the election.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, they have already struck her down, what, 2-3 times? 2 times at least?
Mm-hmm. No, this would be the third time, and third time is the charge.
So, yeah. I think she gets reassigned, ultimately. That's the energy moving forward. But they're not in a hurry, so they would delay it till after the election. Any decision. And it would be advantageous when 45 loses. There you go, Debbie. The way to make sure the stain doesn't win. $70 million got 45. Well, bless you, Kathy. Kathy D. $70 million of donations money got him the delay he needed.
Update on Fani Willis.
Yeah, her election.
Mm.
Not the case against
Okay.
45, and she still got the election this November to stay on the job.
Mm.
And those clowns got the delay they wanted too, so after the election.
Mm.
Unbelievable. In a normal world,
People get to have trials, and then they either win and get out or lose and go to jail. They just don't stand around forever.
like the Bob Mendez case,
Mm-hmm.
done in 9 months or whatever.
Well, we got rid of Santos.
Santos went pretty quick. That's normal justice.
Mm-hmm.
Not this crap around 45 and his traitor friends. Fani Willis winning as, wait a minute, is she an AG or what is she?
She's an attorney
DA.
general.
He's a district attorney. She's Atlanta area district attorney.
Oh, yeah. She's going to keep her seat. They're doing everything they can to try and make sure she doesn't get it. But the people really want her. The real government really wants her. She is definitely the Queen of Swords. She cuts right through all the BS. And she has the support of her own local party. And she's got the Ace of Cups, which is yes. So she's going to be fine.
Okay, you're a master of decks.
Yes.
Michael asked what deck this was.
Oh, let me see the image on the other side. Is that a Marchetti?
No, it's either like the Arcanum or something else.
Oh, the Arcanum. Yes, that's what it is.
Is this the Arcanum deck?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, Michael, this is, I think it was pretty cheap on Amazon or eBay, but that's the back symbol.
Mm-hmm.
I had the box over there somewhere, but it'd take a while to figure it out. But yeah, that was, he wondered what the fool I showed on this one, but
Oh, okay.
it's pretty colorful and it's really good.
Very medieval.
I don't think it was, that's the 8 of Cups.
No.
So I don't think it was that expensive. There's the Lovers.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a pretty deck. Okay. Yeah. Just toss quick. You already said it. Yes, she wins.
Mm-hmm.
Strength card and love, being in government, 4 of Wands, and Knight of Coins, being that honorable one. It's been heartbreaking up to this point with everything she's gone through. We already looked at Gloria, Evelyn. It's still a fight. She can do it.
Mm-hmm.
But all these red state ones, Tennessee, Kentucky, it's too tough to call. It depends who they get out the vote. The energy's there, but there's no way to predict that one yet with so much things in flux. Of course, like New York, California, it's like, yeah, Adam Schiff's going to win. You don't even have to worry about that kind of stuff. But the energy can flip.
Thank you, Claudia.
120. Oh my God, 128 already. Okay, last one, and then energy. Energy for all. Will the VP role change with Tim Walz and Kamala Harris?
Yeah.
I still don't know what Mike Pence did for 4 years.
He stood and looked adoringly at the top of Trump's head.
And help people die from coronavirus.
Right.
Since he was the head of task force, right?
Right.
The VP's role. Tim Walz is the VP's role. I think they're going to be more communicative.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have press briefings for the White House. I think they're going to have briefings like once a week for the VP.
Yeah. Well, Trump couldn't have that because that would be someone shining above him.
Yeah, they're going to create something new.
Mm-hmm.
3 of Coins, Ace of Cups, and 3 of Cups.
Mm-hmm.
It will be redesigned a little bit to show the American people with, press briefings about what our vice president is doing. Different energy, Ace of Wands, the Emperor, different energy.
Yeah, totally.
More transparency. walking away from the old establishment.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what I got.
Well, I used a different cat deck card, and I'm not going to show it because it's too tiny to see. But he's going to be considered like the King of Pentacles and going over and negotiating with the house about money and stuff because he served in the house. And he's going to be the Knight of Wands to initiate a lot of the new programs over there. Yeah, it's going to be, this is my right now card. It's going to be a complete death of the way that the vice presidency's been. It has been inactive for a while. Well, Biden worked really closely with Obama, but most people didn't see that all that much. And then they're not going to be, this is the hangman reversed. It's not just going to be watching and waiting for things to happen. He's going to be proactive, and he's going to calm down a lot of the hurt feelings among some of the people over there. He's so optimistic that it can't not but make other people optimistic. Yeah, I got 2 5s here, so I got a lot of change. And he's going to be, he's somewhere between a knight and a page in getting information and messages across. And his out card is the 7 of Wands reverse, which means moving on and seeking and having the answers, working with the answers. So I think it's going to be a real initiation of change and how people view the world. And because he's worked in the Congress, he probably understands, having worked with different administrations, probably has some real strong ideas about what works in getting everybody back together. And we're going to really need someone that can get everybody back together. Even if a lot of Democrats are elected, it's going to take time to get everybody back on the same page. So,
Yeah, there is a lot of people still down QAnon rabbit holes.
right?
There's just no common sense to any of them.
And there's also Democrats that want to come in and say, oh, we won, so we're going to just change everything. And that's not going to work.
No.
I want to thank Blue Rose, Ian McGrath, John France, Carrie Lauer, Claudia Dobson, Cece, and Kathy D. All of them contributed this morning, which is lovely.
Yeah, blessings to all.
Blessings to everybody.
Yeah, we'll keep that up. We're down.
Mm-hmm.
We are all ready for unity.
Yep. So what are we going to pull, a oracle card or just a thought or what?
But yeah, energy for the week for unity cards. But yeah, it's going to take a few days, months, a year before MAG is going to realize that they've been duped.
And, you know, when they do, don't go, nana, 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 how stupid could you have been? Say we've all had problems and try to be gentle about it. Now, if they put a gun in your face, don't be gentle.
Wonderful. Oh, my God.
What'd you get?
I've never flipped three better cards. That's a huge energy shift. The world, the Empress, and the Sun.
Wow.
Those are big ones.
Mm-hmm.
The world, a very happy day, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. The Empress, time to act as upon us. Creativity is rewarded, luxurious or abundant resources.
Mm-hmm.
The Empress 3. And then the Sun.
She's cool. That's a cool card.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Sun. The Sun is probably one of the best cards in the deck. Life is wonderful. Thrive in your own power and positive thinking. Success is inspiring. Those are 3 majors.
No kidding. Okay, what I got was equally wonderful. I got the card Beauty. Oops, trying to figure out how to get this on this with as little glare as possible. You've pulled this card into your awareness today as a reminder of the beauty that is within you and around you at all times. There's a whole lot of truth in the old saying, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You will see what you want to see. And now it's time to recognize the beauty that's in everything. Have you been rushing through life and not taking time to smell the roses? Are you judgmental about the way you look at some of your own personal traits? Have you been feeling unworthy? It's hard to accept yourself at those times. It's time now to drop deeply into your own beauty and accept and love yourself unconditionally. You have the beauty of the universe within you, and it's now time to embrace it. It's difficult at times to recognize beauty because of the prejudiced or the preconceived ideas. You are invited to do what is required to align with your own beauty. You are beautiful inside out and outside in, and now it's time to understand that at the deepest level. Well, isn't that fun? Maybe if we don't have to listen to that strange voice, we won't focus on ugly so much.
Pretty much.
I tell you,
we've all been sick of his voice for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Jeffrey and I do weeklies. They go up every Friday every Thursday at midnight. And the next 2 months, we just kept reading it and going, oh my God, I can't believe this is so good, that these are looking so glorious, and how happy. I mean, they were happy and moving forward. And if there's a spot on my garden when the grounding stone, the pyrite, lands in it, it says, get ready because you are changing into the long-term patterns you feel around yourselves. And I can tell you, a year ago, Jeffrey and I, we've been doing this for a couple of years. It was so gloom and doom. It was so bad. And now it's like so enlightening. And I really, want to have everybody feel it because it's real. I mean, it's almost like I decided maybe I was oversleeping because I really didn't want to wake up and find out it had changed. But now I've gotten used to it enough that I'm saying, it's a good day.
Yeah, it's like the Harris Walls campaign says, we're not going back, we're moving forward. And that's the way it feels. This energy is changing.
Mm-hmm.
And we're getting that enlightened feeling at the end of the tunnel is near. And the 45 chaos of 9 years is going to end.
Well, thank you to everyone who talked. Thank you, Karen Louise. You always bring up good thoughts, and we always know we can get the organized information from you.
Yeah. Karen's quite the reader. Let us know what's going on. Definitely.
And anyway, everybody take care. Have a good week. I'll be back on Tuesday at noon, and I may be on with Terry from Holding Your Space tomorrow at 1. Terry and I, it's always kind of hit and miss a little bit, but
Coolio. Have a great Sunday, everyone. Thank you.
Okay. Have a good time in Wisconsin.